All right, let's dive straight in. We're looking at the legendary 1959 candidates game, Mikhail Tal with white, against a very young Bobby Fischer with black.
A masterclass in attacking chess. This is the king's Indian defense, and it gets wild.
Okay, move one. Tal plays pawn to d4.
And your response, knight to f6, standard stuff.
Move two, white, pawn to c4.
And black, pawn to g6, preparing to fianchetto the bishop.
Move three, white develops with knight to c3.
And black follows suit, bishop to g7.
Move four, white, pawn to e4, taking the center.
Black, pawn to d6, solidifying.
Okay, move five, white, bishop to e2.
And Fischer castles his king to safety, or so he thinks.
Right, move six, white, knight to f3.
Black, pawn to e5, challenging the center.
And here, move seven is where Tal starts to dictate the game. Instead of castling, he plays pawn to d5.
Exactly. This is a really aggressive choice. It locks the center and tells you the fight is going to be on the wing.
Black responds, knight to d7.
Move 8, white plays bishop to g5, putting immediate pressure on that knight.
Fischer deals with it, pawn to h6.
Move 9, white, bishop to h4, keeping the pin. And now black makes a bit of a superficial move, pawn to a6.
Yeah, our sources all point to this move that doesn't really achieve much.
Not compared to the more aggressive pawn to g5, which would have challenged Tal immediately. This just gives Tal time.
So move 10, white castles. Black plays queen to e8.
Move 11, white, knight to d2.
Black, knight to h7.
Move 12, white, pawn to b4. And black responds with bishop to f6.
And this bishop exchange, it really seems to favor Tal, doesn't it? Fischer is giving up a key defender.
He is. So move 13, white, bishop captures the knight on f6.
Black recaptures with his own knight.
Move 14, white, knight to b3.
Oh, black, queen to e7.
15, white, queen to d2. Black, king to a7.
He's just shuffling pieces. Move 16, white, queen to e3.
Getting ready to swing over to the king's side. Black plays knight to g8.
And now move 17, the inevitable pawn breaks arrive. White plays pawn to c5.
And Fischer responds, pawn to f5. The battle is truly on.
Move 18, white captures on f5.
Black captures back on f5.
Move 19, white, pawn to f4. A direct challenge.
And here, black makes a risky choice. He captures the pawn on f4.
A little greedy, maybe.
I think so. Sitting tight with queen to g7 was probably safer. So after black captures.
Move 20, white's queen recaptures the pawn on f4. And then Fischer plays pawn, captures pawn on c5.
That is the big mistake. That capture just opens up all the lines for Tal's attack.
Okay, here we go. Move 21, white, bishop to d3, aiming right at the king.
Black captures the pawn on b4.
Move 22, white, rook to e1.
Black plays queen to f6. He desperately needed to play queen to d6 here to offer more resistance.
But he didn't. And now move 23, the move everyone remembers. White, rook to e6.
Boom! The brilliant sacrifice. He's just giving the rook away to demolish that kingside.
And he's offering the knight on c3 as well. Fischer has to take it.
He does. Queen captures the knight on c3.
But now Tal plays bishop captures pawn on f5 with check.
The only move here is for the rook to capture the bishop. If the king had moved to h8, well, it's just a spectacular forced mate in a few moves.
Unbelievable. So 25. White's queen captures the rook on f5, another check.
Black's king moves to h8.
And now, move 26, rook to f3.
And that's just a killer move. The black queen is completely dominated. It has no checks. The bind is absolute.
Black tries queen to b2.
It's hopeless. Move 27, white, rook to e8. Black returns the piece with knight to f6, but it's too late.
28, white, queen captured the knight on f6, check.
Black, queen captures the queen.
29, white, rook captures the queen.
Black, king moves to g7.
And now move 30, rook to f8. Incredible.
This is a position of zugzwang. Every single move Fischer can make loses on the spot.
Just brutal. So black plays knight to e7.
White, knight to a5. Black, pawn to h5.
32, white, pawn to h4. Black, rook to b8.
33, white, knight to c4. Black, pawn to b5.
And the final move of the game, 34, white plays knight to e5.
And that's it. Black resigns. Old Jello. A beautiful, brutal victory.
What a demolition. He just punished every tiny mistake with overwhelming force.
That's why they called him the magician from Riga.
If you want more analysis of games where the roof just completely falls in, you know what to do.
Smash that subscribe button if your jaw just hit the floor and subscribe to the channel Chess Explained by AI.